Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Nestor and today we are putting on winter wheels for the BMW M2 G87. Now, I was honestly really not considering driving this thing in the winter, but over the last week and a half, for some reason, I completely just changed my mind and it seems like this is now going to be our winter beater. Anyways, we put the car up on quick jacks. You guys hear that? A bunch of seagulls or Canadian geese flying around. We do not have any wheels on the car whatsoever. Planned on leaving it like this for at least 3 to 4 days because that's when the winter wheels that I just purchased last night were kind of due to show up. But I got a call today saying that they already came same day that I basically ordered. So that is a super pleasant surprise. Obviously, we took off these bad boys, which is my aftermarket wheel setup. They are nice and shiny. I even basically, cleaned up the tires as well, made them nice and dry. I'm surprised at how good the actual tread is on the rears because again, I've tracked this thing I think 5 times this last season and we're not even at the wear bars yet. If I had to guess, we probably have about 50% life left in the rears, which is pretty awesome, and the fronts look really nice. Probably 70 or 60% left in the front. So you guys can expect a lot of winter snow drifting shenanigans from me. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this car. But anyways, let's go ahead and grab the OEMs, throw them in the Audi Q5, and then make our way over to Formula Tire, which is where I got these bad boys from. They also hooked me up with a winter tire package, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. It's been so long since I've seen these. It's kind of weird, man. I wanted to actually use these as my winter setup, but sadly, it is next to impossible to find a set of tires that fits on the 19-inch in the front and the 20-inch in the rear. And so, yeah, we ended up going for a 19-inch square setup for the winters, which means, of course, I did get new wheels. So now we have 3 sets of wheels. And another really quick sneak peek that I wanted to show you guys. Check this out, baby. More packages from our friends over at Beamer Tech. This time around, we're gonna be doing a full speaker upgrade, which is all the speakers, the woofers, everything. So I can't wait for that as well. And here we are at Formula Tire. Okay guys, we just picked up the tires and the rims. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see it too well. No, you can't. You can't, but we got the Pilot Alpine 5s. Once we get some better lighting, I'll show you what the rims look like. I think it's gonna be incredible once it's on the car. We got ourselves absolutely beautiful RF06RR. They're flow formed, so they do weigh considerably less than like a cast wheel that you would get for typical winters. And this is the first time I'm ever actually checking out the Michelin Pilot Alpine 5s. Brand new tire tread. Looks absolutely incredible. Now, for those of you wondering on specs, I did go for 275, 35, 19, and the actual wheel is a 19-inch by 9.5. 25 offset as well, so that means for the rear we might get a spacer just to kind of bring it out and make it completely flush. It's already going to look a little weird because this is a 19 on a 20, so I definitely don't want it sitting too far in and kind of looking goofy. But overall, I think it's going to look awesome, especially because these are black wheels on a red car with all the carbon.
And she's down.
We'll that's really nice.
That's brutal.
Yeah, this is meant to be a 20-inch wheel in here, and then obviously the offset too is not great.
So
but
funny.
Yeah, this is going to be a lowrider for sure.
Wow. You know what? I was hating on it. It doesn't look terrible.
No, I think it looks great.
I will say that.
I like it a lot.
Time to tighten these guys up, and you're ready to hit the snow, even though there's no snow.
Yeah, not yet, but there will be very soon. Okay, guys, so it is a week later. I know, kind of a crazy jump in time here, but anyways, I've been waiting for these spacers to come in. One of my tire guys hooked me up with these nice hub-centric spacers. So these are 20 millimeter spacers, definitely pretty damn thick. If you guys can see, it is pretty bad. I mean, they stick in there like a ridiculous amount, and for the rears that's just unacceptable. So far I've really been liking these tires. The Alpine 5s are fantastic in snow and cold. They have like the same performance as like my PS4S's in terms of like that weather. Like they're really, really elite, which I love. Anyways, let's go ahead and jack up this car, and then we're gonna throw on these spacers. We got extra lug nuts, longer ones, to make sure that obviously we're safe. We're gonna torque down the wheels an extra roughly 5-6 pound-feet as well to make sure there's no issues whatsoever. And yeah, hopefully we get a really nice clean look. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw on the spacer. Oh, there's no movement at all. Perfect. So I just have to make sure the holes are lined up, and then once the holes are basically lined up, I can go ahead and throw the wheel back on. So these are hub centric, and of course, you know, it's perfectly designed for this right here, so these will not move whatsoever. Okay, so I just went ahead and put it on. A lot easier than I thought it would be. You know, I thought there would be an issue kind of lining up the holes, but just got my skill light here, and that kind of helped me guide you know, the spacer and also the wheel to make sure that it was just perfectly clear and centered. We're going to be using our actual torque wrench to actually properly bolt these down. But yeah, they went in a decent amount. It seems like it really went deep in there and caught a lot of threads. But the most important thing for a spacer is that you want to make sure that you're getting extra long lug nuts. That way that, you know, you have a lot of threads that can actually catch the hub of the wheel. If I were to use the original lug nuts, the thread's just too short on them, and I'd barely be catching the actual hub. And of course, that would be dangerous. The wheel itself could completely fly off. So yeah, the first thing I noticed right off the rip is how much more these stick out. Let's go ahead and drop this car, and I want to see how it looks. I have a good feeling it's gonna be awesome. Okay, yeah, that's way better. Check that out, guys. We have a bunch of tire poke now as to, you know, before this thing was sitting completely inside the wheel well. That is just a much better look right there. I think we might have to do the front, guys, because the front now just like, it looks like it sits a little too far in. I mean, check that out. Like it disappears, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll throw a 10 mil or a 12 mil on the front. Just to kind of balance things out, because this right here is such a sick look. And yeah, this is going to be the winter setup. Obviously, we're still going to be doing mods. We're going to be putting more carbon fiber on this car, some performance mods that I'm super excited for you guys to see, and some other mods too that we have sitting right over there that's going to go in the car very soon, guys. So drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content on the G87, and I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Peace.